y'all, it's Sandy with Little House on Metairie. Welcome to my home. In today's video, I will be decorating our mantle in our living room for fall 2023, and I can't wait to take you guys with me, so let's get to decorating. Friends, well, I have anticipated this day for a long time and cannot wait to transform our living room into a beautiful fall oasis. So I like to begin here on the fireplace mantle. To me, it just kind of sets the tone once this area is decorated for the rest of the room, and it just kind of gives me ideas of how I'm going to decorate the remainder of the room. So the first thing I like to do is start here, like I said, at the mantle, and I keep this base up pretty much year round. It's just a garland with lights, and it's a good way for me to be able to take these garlands that I use throughout the seasons and tuck them inside of the garland, and it just makes a great base. So I love to see how it starts, and I want to show you guys just how it looks. It's not pretty at all, but I promise you, stick around. We're going to transform this into a beautiful fall mantle. I am going to speed up this process where I just take this neutral garland that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was last year or the year before, but I just love the neutral base color that it has. It's a great way to build upon the fall colors of fall. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to weave it through the garland that I have on the mantle already, using those branches to secure it back and forth. Just find that once I have it attached, if I just take my time and separate the leaves and just kind of spread them out as you see me doing here, it just makes for a more natural scenery of the leaves. So to me, it's worth taking the time to do this. Now I'm just going to take these extra picks that I bought. I actually buy them in bundles. They're cheaper that way when they go 50% off. And then I just clip them to make smaller little picks. So I'm just going throughout the garland and just tucking them anywhere there's bare spots. I'm going to continue to do this until all the bare spots are full, because I want this garland to be very full and lush this year. So this will be a two-part Decorate With Me living room series, because I have a lot to cover and this mantle is going to take most of my time. So that's what I decided to do so that it wouldn't get too long. We're going to do part one where I'll decorate my mantle and some other areas in my living room, and then we'll do a part two later right after this one. I'm going to add these two picks onto the mantle, and then I'm going to add two more picks that I also picked up at Hobby Lobby that's similar in color but a little bit different. All kind of starting to look the same, so I'm going to zoom in so that way you can see a closer look of the picks and where I'm tucking them into the garland. Now it's time to bring in some of the gold tones that I wanted to add here. Just a few touches to bring in the gold that I'm going to put throughout the room, and also the gold that is in the fall tree. So I'm going to add these leaf picks that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They had a little bit of gold and then an undertone of silver. So when I did my thrift flips, I went ahead and DIY'd these and painted them the same gold that I'll be using in my living room. Fortunately, I picked these leaves up at Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off in the Christmas section. So that's actually worked in my favor, because their fall decor was still only 40% off. So I was lucky enough to grab some Christmas items that will work for my fall decorating. And I want to show you guys how you can take a color scheme like gold, and it can take you through many holidays and seasons, reusing some of the same decor so that you don't have to buy anything new, and you can just kind of DIY them to match your decorating. I'm going to add these beautiful gold leaves. They came in a big pack and I used a lot of them for the fall tree, but I saved a few to tuck here on the mantle. These also came from Hobby Lobby. So next we're going to add this adorable basket that I picked up while thrifting this fall season, and I'm just going to attach it to the mantle with this wire, and I want to hang it kind of sideways where it's hanging to where I can decorate inside of it, but yet it's still going to hold everything in place. So I'm just twisting the wire and I'm just going to go underneath and I'm going to attach it to the branch from the green garland, and then I may even staple gun it underneath just to hold it up because it's going to be heavy. Did attach it with one staple from the staple gun. It's underneath the mantle, so that part's never really going to show, and I just wanted to make sure we had the added support because I am going to stick some pretty heavy things inside of it. So before we decorate the basket, I just wanted to go ahead and decorate the top of the mantle first. So I'm just going to add this wooden lantern. It lights up on the inside. I picked this up from Home Goods this year. I love the natural brown color, and I think it's going to go so well with the look up here. Hey guys, I quickly just wanted to give you a backstory here. So originally my plan kind of pivoted in this room because yesterday my husband came home with a carload full of holiday decor. Apparently one of his coworkers, family members, was getting rid of all kind of stuff, a lot of holiday decor, furniture, just all kind of things. So anyway, he brought home everything that he thought I would want, and we went back yesterday evening because there was 2 trailers full of stuff. So we got all kind of goodies, and a lot of it was for fall, some was for Christmas. So this was actually a part of the Christmas collection, and I'm going to go ahead and use it for fall. So I'm just taking off all of this snow, and I'm going to actually probably leave it out and decorate it for each season because to me it could go for all the seasons. But we scored, guys. There was so much for every holiday that we were able to take, and it was free and they were getting rid of it. So we're just kind of known as the people who take free decor that you don't want anymore, and we have gotten blessed so much with so many free things. It is insane. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just removing the snow, and we're going to go ahead and pivot a little bit, and I'm going to show you some other finds that we got from that trailer. I'm going to show you how we're just pivoting just a little bit from my original plan. So I just added a little bit of that Spanish moss, and next I'm going to add this pumpkin that I had picked up last year. It was a paper mache color, and this year I decided to go ahead and paint it this gold color that was also on my thrift lift video. So hopefully you saw that, and I just painted it this antique metallic gold color and then kind of just contoured with some antique wax, and I think it came out so beautiful, and to me it's just going to bring in that gold tone so beautifully right here. To the church, I added this orange pumpkin to bring in some of the orange tones. To me, this one looks so real. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby last year. So I'm going to add this beautiful velvet amber color pumpkin that was also picked up at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to add these smaller pumpkins. I love the different textures and colors. They're actually picks that I used a couple of years ago from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just removing the sticks and just kind of nestling them into place. Next, a set of pumpkins that I'm going to add came from our local Dollar Tree, including this beautiful velvet one with the gold stem. I want to add some smaller pumpkins on this side, so I'm going to move the orange one over to the side and then just kind of rearrange this area and then add a few more small pumpkins over here. So the sun was starting to set, so I came back and filmed it on a pretty sunny day just so that you can see the details and how it looks up close. by something new. These two cute birds. My husband actually found this in our free stash of stuff and placed them here, so I think they make a beautiful addition. So I apologize, the lighting is bad again. The sun is actually setting and I'm using my son's phone, so I'm not super familiar with it like I am mine, but mine is giving me trouble. So I didn't want to stop filming and not show you guys me doing my mantle. So we're just going to work with it, and I promise I'm going to give you some good shots later with beautiful sun and a better camera. So what I'm doing here is just placing things that I would if I was taking this basket on a beautiful fall day and just adding some items that I would find in nature. So that's why I added these pine cones. Of course, they didn't come from nature. They came from Hobby Lobby, but they are huge and heavy. So if you are ever looking for some beautiful pine cones, definitely check out the ones at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just kind of manipulating them into the basket with a long stem and just adding some beautiful stems that also came from Hobby Lobby that I used at the top of the mantle. And I'm just going to add some really cute pumpkins and this little, I forget what you even call this, but I'm topping it off with this before we start decorating the top of my fireplace. Next, I'm adding this basket that I also thrifted this year, and I'm just going to put it on top of the fireplace and add some beautiful picks inside of it. So I need to add a few more picks to the basket, but before I do that, I wanted to add these beautiful tea light jars that my sister got me a couple of years ago, and they just hold these little tea lights inside of them and light up. So it's going to be so pretty at night. So I'm going to add this second set of picks that came from the Dollar Tree inside the basket. So a lot of times, some things will just come creatively to my mind as I'm decorating, and I don't always thoroughly plan things out. But again, these baskets was another reason why I kind of shifted and pivoted from my original plan. I was going to use a lot of gold tones in here already, but these baskets that were free, there was 6 of these gold ones and 1 white. So of course I'm going to scatter these throughout my room and incorporate them into my decorating. So I am just kind of laying these baskets here, and I'm going to put some little fall things inside of them, and then wait till you see what I do with the rest of them. I cannot wait to show you guys. I am loving how this area turned out. Although the baskets were afterthoughts, I think that they tie in so nicely to the room. It's almost kind of crazy how much they matched with the decor I was already wanting to go with. But these baskets just added so much fun and texture, and I cannot wait to show you how I'm going to style them on top of one of my corner cabinets. So let's do that next. So here is some more of those adorable baskets that were already spray painted. And like I said, it's so crazy. It's almost spot on the color gold that I was using in here. So I pivoted up here to from my original plan. I was just going to put some plain old candlesticks that I normally do, but I decided to go ahead and try to make a little basket area up here, just laying different basket at different angles and then putting some little picks inside. To admit, it's kind of like a puzzle. I'm trying to get them to kind of lean on each other and be a base. So I only have one like little plate holder up here, so it's a little tricky. So give me patience while I figure this out, but I think it's going to work once I nestle them properly. Now that I have them laid out, I'm just going to add a pick to each one. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I promise I'll give you a close-up when I'm all done. So I love how it turned out. It just gives so much warmth and texture up here, and it just draws your eye where normally just some candlesticks is a little understated. So I love the statement that this is making. So we're going to end here for today, friends. Between the mantle and this, it took a lot of time. So we're going to do a part 2 where I'm going to finish decorating the remaining parts of my living room for fall. So come back and check that video out. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit that notification bell so that you don't miss part 2 of me finishing decorating my fall living room for 2023. So until next time, friends, bye for now.